In order to hit a new level, in order to achieve something that you've never done before, you're gonna have to become somebody that you've never been. Because really think about it. If what you're doing is correct, you would have already been successful by now. You would have already been a millionaire. You wouldn't be in your current state. You wouldn't be broke. You wouldn't be out of shape. You wouldn't be having lack of self-confidence. Everything would be flowing correctly. So in order for us to hit a new level, we're gonna have to change, and that change starts mentally. It's all in your mind. I wanna give you guys some individuals that I listen to on a daily basis that help sharpen my mind. And then we're gonna discuss what you can do to step into a different realm, all right? Bob Proctor, Brian Tracy. Those two individuals alone, plus me sprinkled into it, is gonna have you on a completely different mind level. And the reason why I mention those two individuals is because they're in line with my principles. I tell you guys, you wanna become the greatest version of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. And if you can master those four things, your life is gonna go into a trajectory that you would have never even imagined. See, it's very simple. If you do certain things, you're gonna produce certain things, all right? A lot of us are stuck in a current situation where you're allowing the world to just pass us by, all right? You wake up every day, you do the same things. Probably you wake up, you have no motivation. You don't plan out your day, you just go through the motions. You might wake up, you pick up your phone, you start scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on TikTok, YouTube, and then you start your day randomly. Maybe you might go clock into a 9-to-5 job that you hate. At work, you're constantly checking your phone, talking to people that aren't even leveling up your situation. You get off of work, you might smoke, you might chill, you might eat some fast food, might hit the gym, might not. You go to sleep and you repeat. And like I said earlier, if you want to go into a different situation, you're gonna have to become a different person. It's very simple. If what you were doing was correct, you would have already been successful by now. So let's talk about the habits that you're gonna need to develop in order to change. Because a lot of us wanna be successful overnight, but what you don't understand is the only thing that you can change overnight is literally your mindset, okay? Habits take 2 weeks to develop. So you can develop a new habit that's gonna change you into a new person in 2 weeks. Hopefully after this video, you can change your mindset tomorrow, and then after you take action and apply the methods, it's gonna take you about 60 to 90 days to really transform into a new person, all right? So let's talk about what you really need to be doing on a daily basis to turn into a different person, to attract wealth and be successful. Because the thing is, guys, I can give you so many different methods and plays to make more money. I have over 30 streams of income, and I come up with new ideas all the time. But that's because I'm the individual that attracts wealth, that exemplifies success. See, I wake up and I do certain things. I think about success all the time. I consume greatness, that's why I produce greatness. So you have to turn yourself into greatness before you can step into that. Because the thing is, when your mind goes there, your body's gonna follow, and the finances are gonna be a byproduct of you doing exactly what you need to do. First things first, guys, in the morning, you need to have some sort of clear structure for your day. Too many of you guys are freestyling life. You need to wake up with a purpose. A lot of my friends contact me and they're like, how are you doing this? How are you managing so many different streams of income, still traveling, still having time for this and that? That's because I'm obsessed with greatness. I know exactly what I need to do. I've had my vision. I've had my plan. I know where I need to go. I know what I need to do. So I'm gonna do it. I'm too busy focused on becoming the greatest version of myself to allow distractions to step in and take over. All right? So if you guys start your morning with a devised plan, knowing exactly what you're gonna do for the day, and you do it, you're no longer gonna freestyle and you're not gonna have distractions. See, you should be too busy. You should have too much to do to get to a different situation rather than allow all of these distractions come in and allow you to stay in a mediocre state, all right? On this channel, it's the Money Making Motivator. Money is a byproduct of you becoming the greatest version of yourself. You focus on that, everything is going to fall in line. So in the morning, get a notebook and a pen. I promise you it's going to be the best investment you've ever made. You're going to get the hugest ROI. I go through notebooks every single year. A notebook is like $1.50. A pen, you can buy a pack of pens for $1, and the results are going to be tremendous. All right? So write down exactly what you need to do for the day. Okay? You also need to start listening or reading something that's going to align you with the purpose to get to your next level. All right? So for example, in the morning, I read the Bible. I'm feeding myself spiritually so I can be prepared for the day, because the thing is, you need that. You need God, you need Jesus. There's going to be times where, you're going to be stressed out, you're going to be hit with certain scenarios, and you need that. You need that protection. That's your armor. All right? Motivation, mindset. You need to listen or read something like that. I told you guys, Bob Proctor, Brian Tracy. You guys can start reading books, Think and Grow Rich. You can read my book, The Power of Doing More. You need to read something and consume something that's going to feed your motivation, all right? And these are things that I'm saying you shouldn't just be on Instagram, TikTok, all of that, because I do it too, but you have to focus on what's going to get you to the main level, all right? You have to consume that in order to produce that, all right? After you have this structure in the morning, now it's time to go out through your day. Now, like I said earlier, if you're going to a 9-to-5 job that you hate, then you're getting off work and you're eating trash, you're not hitting the gym and you're smoking, we need to change things up, because if what you were doing was correct, you would have already been successful by now. You would have already been a millionaire. So you need to plan, how can you get out of this situation? And then when you get off of work, work on that, all right? When I was doing Uber, when I was doing DoorDash, when I was dog walking, when I was doing all these side gigs, I was plotting and planning to get out of that scenario, all right? I had to get out of that situation. So I still did it because I needed to make money, but I was focused and I was planning to get out, and I structured it and I did it and I got out. Here I am, years later, multimillionaire, because I made the decision to escape that reality. See, if I just went through the motions, just kept going and complaining about the job, came home, smoking, not working out, eating bullshit, I would look completely different. I would be in a completely different situation. I don't even want to fathom that, all right? So if you want to get out of your situation, you're gonna have to start thinking, how can I do this? And the thing is, guys, it's 2025. You literally have ChatGPT that you can talk to help devise plans and get exactly what you need. There's so many tools and resources, there's literally no excuses. And you can't say that, oh, I don't have enough money, because you can make money without money nowadays. You can literally create a product for free, put it online, and have customers. All right, so there's no excuses. I tell you guys this all the time. It's either greatness or excuses. There's no in between. You got to make a decision. I happen to choose greatness every single day. No excuses. Now, after we've determined that we need to hit a new level and we need to do different things, you're also going to have to change your environment. Because the thing is, you probably got some friends that are holding you down. You probably got some friends that are not with the same mindset as you. They probably don't want to achieve the same things as you. And if you stay riding with them, you're going to stay exactly where you are. If you want to elevate, sometimes you need isolation. All right? Elevation requires separation. Now, I'm not saying that, oh, you need to leave all your friends alone. We need to spend more time on self-development rather than hanging out with individuals that aren't allowing us to hit our goals, all right? So think about this. Picture this, all right? You've locked in to change your whole mindset, all right? You're focused on an abundance mindset. You're consuming things that are gonna allow you to produce greatness. We're watching Bob Proctor, Brian Tracy. We're watching my videos. We're reading books, Think and Grow Rich. We're reading my book, The Power of Doing More. We're listening to excerpts of Napoleon Hill. We're locked in, all right? We're sharpening our mind. And once we've taken our mind to a different level, now that opens up our creativity. Now that opens up our ability to think of new ideas, new businesses, and to be able to execute on it. Now we're structuring our daily habits. Now we're waking up in the morning. We're focused on our MEAs, money earning activities, what we need to do for the day. We're locked in. We're reading the Bible. We're watching motivation. We're consuming success. All right. And then now we're producing it. And now we're actually making changes to be better. All right? If we want to work on our body to be in the greatest shape ever, we're eating good, we're hitting the gym, we're locked in on our routine, on our plan. If we want to make more money, we're consuming, how can I make more money? How can I devise these plans? How can I execute so that I can do it? All right? If we want to hit a new level, if we want to go to a different situation, you're going to have to become somebody that you've never been before. Because if what you were doing was correct, you would have already been successful. Now, once again, guys, I believe in you. You should too.